Hello everyone, welcome back to Stitch and Kai Creations. In this video, I will show you step by step how I make this beautiful handbag from start to this stage. If you really want to learn bag making, make sure you watch this video to the end so you don't miss any step. And this is part 1. I will complete the bag in part 2, so don't miss it. So I've drafted out the pattern I'll be using to make the ladies handbag. And this is the main body, the back panel, the upper base, and the flap. And this is the front of the bag. The 2 side gussets, the bottom gusset, and the second flap, the cover to cover the flap of the bag. And for the padding I'm using, the colored one is what we call carry board, and the white one is chipboard. So I've cut out leather I'll be used for wrapping the bag. So I cut out material for each by placing it on a leather and use it to trace it out. Then at the top, at the bottom, and the 2 sides, I left out 0.5 inches for folding. So I'll be starting with the gum work now. I will add gum at the back of the main body. So you can see I've added the full gum to it. Make sure it's dry before placing it on a leather. Now I'll place it on a leather and gum it together. Same thing to the front panel. Now I'm done doing the same to the rest. You can see the way everything look like. Very good. And looking beautiful without even starting the work yet. Now I will be folding the leather to the carry board. I will take the gum, I will add it at the edges around the carry board. Now I will be folding the leather on it. I hope you are watching the way I'm doing it. For the edge, I will use my hand to join it together this way. Now I will be cutting out the edges I fold. Use my hand to press it as a guide after cutting it. So I'm done wrapping the leather on the main body. I will repeat the same process for the others. So let me show you how to fold leather on the gusset. So watch the way I'm doing it. Leave a little inch at the side and cut it a little bit, then slant your hand to that center point. I've added gum around the edges of the chipboard. Now I will start folding it together. Start from the top first before getting to the bottom. Then I'll come to this side, I'll fold it inside. Make sure the chipboard doesn't fold with it. Watch the way I'm folding the rest. So I'll cut out the 2 extra on the top after folding it. Then I'll use my hand to press the rest down. That is how to fold the leather on the gussets. Now I will be working on the handle of the bag. So this is Marco. This is what we call Marco. We use it in bag making to also make bag strong, and we also use it when it comes to making handle for a bag. And the measurement for the handle is 9 inches length by 1.2 inches wide. So it's not easy for me to trace out the chipboard on the Marco, so I had to use this way. So I add gum on the marco based on the length and the width of the chipboard. After it's dry, I'll place the chipboard on it and gum it together. Then I will start tracing it out. Now I will remove the chipboard from the marco. So this is another method in case you can't trace on a marco. So this is the long handle holder. So I'll be using 2-teeth D-ring. The measurement is 2 inches by 3.5 inches. I cut out 2. Now I will add gum to the tool for easy folding. Then I will leave it to dry a little bit. And this is it after it's dry up. Now I will fold each side to the middle. I will insert it inside the D-ring, then fold it to the back side and make sure the mouth of both meet up together. Then I cut out leather to wrap the marco up and I add the 0.5 inches to it for folding. Then I cut out another leather to cover the back side of the handle. And for the measurement, the first leather I cut out for the marco, I use it to cut the second one too. Then I will add gum to the two. Since it has dried a little bit, I'm going to start folding it together. Then I fold the second one to the sides of the marco too. And this is it after folding the leather to the marco. Now I'm going to add gum to the top and the bottom. Don't forget, I'm going to fold it to the back side this way. After adding the gum, I will let it dry up a little bit before folding it to the back side. So it has dried up, you can see. I also apply gum to each side because I will be adding the back side to it. Then I'll fold this to the back side and use the clip to pin it down so that it will gum very well. Likewise for the bottom, I will repeat the same. So you can see that I try to bend the mouth of the back side of the handle. As the folding is coming straight, I try to bend it so that it will not be showing when sewing the handle to the main body. Now I will place it on the handle, make sure the mouths of both meet with each other. Then I will start gumming it down together till I reach to the second mouth. After getting to the end, there is essence at the mouth. So I will have to reduce it to match the size of the handle. Now I will try to open it up like this so that I can bend the mouth. And that is how to make the handle for the mini handbag. Now I will let it dry up before I can stitch it. Now I will be working on the side gussets to sew the D-ring holder on it. And this is the D-ring holder, it has dried up. I will be stitching it on the gussets. Now I'll place it under the machine and start stitching it this way. And that is how to sew the D-ring holder to the gusset. Now I will repeat the same process to the other one. So I'm done stitching the second D-ring holder to the gusset. You can see the way the both look like, very neat. Now I'll be attaching the short handle to the main body. For the stitching of the handle, from the top I measure 1 inches and for the button I also measure 1 inches, then I indicate it out. Before stitching, always add your machine oil to the machine because some leather do peel at the back side when stitching it. But if you put machine oil to the machine and the leather, it will make it go smooth. So I will start the stitching from 1 inches and stop it at 1 inches both side. So this is the handle. You can see how neat it was, starting at 1 inches and stopping at 1 inches. Now I'll be attaching the short handle to the main body. So if you look at it, the handle will be placed at the upper base. For the starting and stopping of the handle, from that side I measure a 0.6 inches, the other side 0.6 inches. So the handle will be placed at the middle. So to get the middle, I try to place the handle on the upper base this way. So you will measure each side and try to indicate it out. Make sure both measurements rhyme with each other in order to get the middle for the placement of your handle, and try to indicate it out. Now I will be stitching it under the machine. I place it starting from 0.6 inches. But the stitching will start from the 1 inches I measured earlier. So I'm done stitching the first side. I'll show the second side as an example for you to see. So always be careful when stitching it, and always use your hand as a guide so that the stitching will come out neat. So if you wish, you can stick it twice or once, but I stick it twice. And that is how to attach the handle to the upper base. So this is where I will stop for part 1. In part 2, I'll continue from here and show you how I complete the bag and achieve this clean finishing. Part 2 will be uploaded next, so make sure you check my channel to watch it when it drops to see the full process from start to finish.